Alright, what's up, Madden fans? Lethal back with another video here. I'm gonna be real. I never really use the Dolphins online. I do tend to use just about every team. Like, I really love using the Jets. But today I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go against the Dolphins. So while I'm setting up my depth chart in the background, it gives me the time to talk to y'all before the game. And the question I have is, how do y'all really feel about the top 100 list? Me personally, I feel like if you're in the top 100 at any capacity, whether it's monthly, weekly, or overall, you have to be a good Madden player. Alright, there's no way around that. You can't just be trash and make the top 100. But at the same time, I feel like I'm better than a lot of those niggas in the top 100. You know, I feel like if I played Madden like 5-10 hours straight like some of those guys probably do, I probably would be in the top 100 easily. Now, where I would rank, I couldn't really tell you, but my scheme is better than those people's. Alright? If you look at a game between me and a top 100 opponent, strategy for strategy, like how easy it is for me to move the ball versus how hard it is for them to move the ball, I think y'all all would agree that I'm a better player than them. Alright? At the end of the day, nothing in Madden is 100%. People can, you can play the perfect defense and never pick the ball off. You can have the perfect run blocking and, a crazy thing can happen and you get fumble or do something stupid. You know how Madden is. You can be kicking perfect all game and then at the last moment a kick a glitch and you end up missing and losing the game. It happens, so. But just my personal opinion, me versus the people in the top 100, I haven't really found like too many people that was that much better than me. Like, all the games always come down to like one bullshit ass play and that changes the whole dynamic of the game. I haven't gotten blown out in Madden in a while, like to where I'm looking at somebody's skill level like, yo, I don't know how to beat this guy. Like, I haven't had that problem in a while. I do run across, different schemes I haven't seen before, but that's just about adjusting. All the top Madden players, all the top YouTubers, they're good at adjusting. And another thing, since I started my Lethal Madden League, which I do encourage more competitive users to join, one thing they always talk about is, why do I prefer to put the league on All Pro instead of All Madden? And I'm going to answer that question, alright? The only time you're going to seriously play on All Madden is when you set the game up for it to say All Madden, or if you enter into a league where the skill level is All Madden. Every other game mode of Madden is on All Pro. And the reason being, the computer reacts differently based on the skill level that you play on. Right? If you notice when you go to the sliders for the different skill levels, All Pro is set from 50 for the computer, 50 for the user. When you're on All Madden, the user drops down to 25 and the computer stays at 50. Alright, so the computer has a 25% more advantage as the user to be able to move, and that's why it's harder to play on that skill level. It's a 25% gap across the board. And the reason why for users to play on All Madden, why it's not good, is just because it really becomes a speed fest. It's not about finding the right plays or dodging somebody up or making the big runs. It's just about speed. Literally, the people that probably dominate your leagues in All Madden probably have the fastest team possible. They don't care about skill. They don't care about awareness. They just want speed. Even some of the top YouTubers, when I see them play a head-to-head match and they play on All Madden, of course you're going to win with the Chiefs. Of course you're going to win with the 49ers. Like, it's a speed fest. That's not real determination of skill. You put it on All Pro where everything is 50-50, and then you play that way. But that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, any elite tournament or league or anything where the professionals play is always on All Pro. So just keep that in mind for people that think All Madden is the best thing to play on. It's not. All Pro has always been the best thing to play on. Other than that, I finally got my depth chart pretty much set up the way I want it. And like I said, I never really used Miami. Not because like the team sucks or nothing like that, but you just like when you use teams like this, you kind of have to be in the mood for it. You know, I play a lot of good people online and whatnot, and pretty much if you don't have a team to match their team, you're screwed. But since I've been developing my scheme and got that to where I want it, now I'm going to go ahead and use the Dolphins. Simple as that. Scheme over team. That's one thing Black Rain preaches. That's one thing I actually agree with him on. Scheme over team. So right now I'm going against Seattle Strokey Bish 69. Alright, I don't know who the guy is, nothing like that. And like I said, where I'm ranked right now, you don't see it, but I play against a lot of top 100 people. At the end of this game, I'm going to check to see if this guy is a top 100 opponent. Just cause, you know. You never know. But coming out on my first drive, y'all know how I do, man. I want to run the football. It ain't happening that very first play. It is what it is. I'm going to continue to run the football. One thing about the run game, eventually, you're going to be able to break one off. And the thing about the run game a lot of people don't recognize is you have to be able to manipulate your opponent to find run gaps. You know, some people are good with stick skills in the open field, but a lot of people have trouble maneuvering to get into the open field, which is why, you know, I feel like a lot of those guys are worse Madden players than the next person. You know, stick skill, especially on All Pro, is a big part of playing Madden. If you have it, you'll be good. If you don't, you'll be bad. So right here, I take a huge sack. And like I said, I'm using the Dolphins. I'm not really taking this too seriously. So I'm going to go for it on 4th down. If it was a comp game, even though this is a regulation game, if it was like a real comp game, 1, I wouldn't be using the Dolphins. 2, I would never go for it on 4th down. You know, I live with playing smart football. But right there, I found a dot to grand, and now, again, I'm just manipulating what he's doing defensively. He's shifting his line to a particular side. You know, and I'm going to just manipulate that to find the hole. Now, the whole video, I do want y'all to keep in mind, I am using the Miami Dolphins, which is the worst team on the game by stats and overall. Alright? Yeah, people can win with them. Some people are probably even good with it. Some people out there probably just use the Dolphins just because that's their favorite team. But I'm telling y'all, the team sucks. They really terrible. like if you look at the depth chart when we started this video, you saw nothing but 60 overalls on my O-line. There's not 170 overall. They got some decent weapons, you know, the 96 speed Grand and then Devontae Parker, and of course they got Fitzmagic, you know, throwing dots. But the team sucks. I don't see how they're supposed to get pressure on the quarterback, but this is why scheme is important, and this is why user skill is important. If we're on All Madden, there's no way I believe I had a shot at this game. Look at that. Just a beautiful dot. And then he finds a little bit of running room right there with Penny. And I'm just gauging to see what this guy's, you know, game plan is on the first drive. After, you know, you determine how easy it is for you to play defense. Look at this. How easy it is for me to play defense. Then I adjust the rest of the game. Right here, he drops back again. There's no pressure getting to the quarterback. He makes one move. Touchdown. But I'm like, alright, he did what he was supposed to do. Cool. Right now, I have Parker right there manning that outside receiver spot because he's my best receiver. But as y'all all know, Madden is a speed fast game. So right there, he didn't want to press down on Parker, so I just ran the ball. And now I'm gonna make an adjustment. I'm gonna go ahead and put Grant in here over Parker. Why? Simple, 96 speed. Now my opponent is being very comfortable sitting in this cover 2, cover 3 format. You know, very rarely will he go to cover 4, but cover 2 and cover 3 he tends to mix it up, and he throws in a little bit of man here and there, which makes it very easy for me to, you know, maneuver down the field because I can tell what coverage he's in. Right here, I finally got him to do what I wanted him to do. He didn't press down all the way, but at the same time, when I caught him playing on that safety, I knew I was going to be able to hit Grant over the top. Y'all see a lot of people do this with the Chiefs, with Tyreek Hill, or with Goodwin with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a very simple concept. I'm faster than you. No, hate me. And now I'm up 14-7. I got ball first, and this is the kind of bullshit that other teams get. Now, y'all might call it a great catch. That should have been picked. Now, he's trying to find something right before the half. But I tend to clutch up more the closer you get to the goal line. Like, if you can score outside of getting inside that 20, you got a pretty good chance of scoring. But once you get inside there, it's tough. Right before the half, my opponent, he's going to be smart. Alright? He's not going to take too many chances. He's going to come out here, try to run the ball, see can he break something, and try to tie the game before half. Notice he left his timeout just so he can kick a field goal. That's how I knew I was playing against a very decent opponent. You know, most people that are sorry would have burned their last timeout, took a sack, ended the half down 7. So now I'm really thinking, is this guy a top 100 guy? Slides down with Russ, waits for the perfect moment to use that timeout, and takes his field goal right before half. So, going into halftime, my opponent is going to get the ball. I'm up 14-10. I always hate getting ball first. I'd rather put my defense out there. You know, getting the ball at half is just a safety cushion. More likely than not, the games that I do lose, a good 95% of them I probably got ball first. Alright, even though it still ends up being a close game, that's just how it goes. You see right here, this drive right here is what pisses me off about Madden. Look how many opportunities I had to come up with a pick. All these throws he's making is tight window. Could go one way, just happens to go to other type plays. Like the entire drive. It drove me nuts. Like, I don't know how often a team can seriously bat the ball down. So right here, throws it into double coverage, gets knocked down. Could have been a pick and end the game, but no, it just gets knocked down. Right here, right underneath my nose, they just let him cut in front of me. Could have been picked. He just happens to catch it. Right here, he puts the tight end in motion, drops back. And again, I'm getting stuck on my D line, and again, knock the ball down. And this is just IQ on my part. I'm on the corner. I take a Raiders wheel route and come back across the field. Could have been picked. Just happens to get knocked down. The entire drive. So y'all tell me, who's better from what y'all seen throughout this game so far? Just all the different opportunities I had to put the game away with a pick, and they just kept letting them, just slide by. I'm comfortable if I'm going against Aaron Rodgers and he activated and that happens, because that's literally what his takeover is. But really, like, Russell Wilson just cannot throw a pick for nothing. Right here, that's how hard it was for him to score. This is how easy it is for me to score. Drive back, he's been playing the run, and again gets beat over the top with Grant. One play touchdown. That's how easy it was for me to move the ball down the field. So there we go, back on defense. And all I know is if I can get one stop, one interception, one fourth down miss, I was going to win this game with the Dolphins. Here we go again. He's going to drive back. And luckily for me, he tried to swerve catch it, and Howard comes up with the pick. Now, I'm going to let y'all watch the rest of the game in its entirety. But when you play against good people, it's a certain way that you should act if you are considered like a top 100 opponent or a very good Madden player in general. If you're going to go out with some respect on your name, alright? If you're going to quit, wait till the game is absolutely over to quit. Like right now, the game ain't over. If you're a good Madden player, you can come up with a stop and, put the game back in your favor. Most people would have quit right after that interception. I don't understand it. So right here, you notice he's playing very good defense. Got me on fourth down. And like I said, normally, if this is a real cop game, I'm punting the ball. 4th and 14, are you kidding me? I'm going to punt it and play defense. But since I was not taking it seriously, I said, what the hell? Once I seen him motion over that safety or corner or whatever that is, I already knew where I was going with the ball. I was going to have the out route by Parker, or I was going to have the tight end, which the tight end was able to complete it. So right there, he wastes his first time out, and at this point, if I get a first down, the game is over. Because he would not have enough timeouts to fully stop me from wasting that all the time. Then it's a GG. Nothing more than that. Right here, he's in man coverage. I can tell he's in man coverage, probably cover 1. And then he switches out of it. Now he's in the cover 2. Still drops down, so it's probably cover 2 man more than likely. So I motioned this guy out, and I knew I should have ran it to the opposite side. I knew he put all his people to that side. I should have ran it to the opposite side. But since I didn't, he's able to stop it with the blitz. So, knowing that he just did that on his last play, the 2-minute warning pops up. I just made the adjustment. This time, even though he's motioning people to that side, he never really committed to it. And Bolish picks up the first down. Alright, that's going to be the ball game. I'm going to just run out the rest of the clock. And hey, it's a GG. I'm not going to throw it. Ball's on conservative. And look at what my opponent is doing. So the first one, I'm thinking maybe he just accidentally did that. But then he does it again. So I'm like, what the hell? You really going to go out like this? And y'all know how the game goes. You do it 3 times in a row, you get kicked for excessive grievance. I'm still going to be credited with the win, but was that really necessary? So after the game is over, I just happened to stroll down to the top 100 list, and guess what name I see? All the way down in the 70s. I'm looking through this list. I have played a lot of these people, beat some, lost to some, good games. But I scroll all the way down, and number 77 is Stroke Your Bitch 69. Top 100 opponent overall. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you like it, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I got more content on the way. Like I say at the end of all of my videos, I love you guys. It's been lethal. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.